Yeah, like I was saying, Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Fatoumata Torre. I went to University at Albany and I graduated in 2019. So I've been out of college for a few years now. I'm in my career as well. So the first thing I want to say is again, thank you for putting this event together. I feel like it's always definitely beneficial for the youth to hear from their peers and like the people our age that's a little bit older than them. The first thing that I think is beneficial for us in our community is for us to listen to each other. And I feel like it's always, for the most part, the children listening to other adults, but the adults also need to listen to the children as well, because I feel like we both have something to teach each other. We were always raised to listen and not question anything. And with us all being raised in America, it's the complete opposite, where it's like we do have a voice and we want to share things with each other, but it kind of contradicts what we were taught in the household. So I think that's the biggest thing that I feel like. The brother earlier that came up with the idea, it's a great idea. And I feel like it would be beneficial for the community, but I think that we need to incentivize the youth to want to be a little bit more involved, especially when it comes to things like this. Like they want to hear from us and hear us speak and hear our ideas and things and stuff. So I think that that is the most helpful and useful thing. I'm hoping that what I'm saying makes sense, but
Thank you so much.
Everybody hear me? All right. My name is Genevieve Dure, and I just graduated from Syracuse in the spring. Also, I'm currently going to NYU for my master's in international relations. And when my uncle told me about this event, because my uncle is Dr. Usman, and I really appreciate him. But when he told me about this event, I was really excited because my friends and I, it may be hard, especially going upstate or like going anywhere else that's not your home, to actually be involved in the community, especially having a Muslim community in like your school areas. However, one piece of advice that I would say was I always made sure to go to Juma every Friday when I was in Syracuse. And on top of that, every Ramadan, I always went to go and pray and stuff like that. But then the people that I kept around me were mostly people that I can be influenced from and people that I can talk to about my religion, and we can benefit each other in the future about my religion. So, yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yes, and what school you going to?
Hey,
And what you want us to do?
um, my name is Khadija Kamara. So, Salamu alaikum. My name is Khadija Kamara. I'm currently going to high school, democracy prep. I'm in 10th grade, and I like things like this. I think is good because I like hearing what other people have to say, and it really gives me an insight on what people, their perspectives basically. And I think what we can do to, improve things, we could I like the community service ideas. Like we could get together to clean the mosque or just do anything to just bring the community together so we can just, yeah, that's it.
I never done this before, so Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Samansi Sita. I went to college at Ithaca College, upstate New York. I graduated 2019. Um, this is a great event. I love that we are coming together, and I'm happy that so many people came out today. One of the ideas I have moving forward is if there's a youth event, let it be a youth event, and I feel like um, it would be best if majority of our voices is being heard in events like this. We appreciate the elders, we appreciate the imams in the room and their thoughts and their feelings about Islam and like how we're progressing in the religion. But it would be great for us to hear each other's voices sooner rather than later, especially with events like this. So, yeah.
Name is Fanta Kamara. I went to Emory University and I graduated in 2021. And I just wanted to second the idea of when it comes to these community events, making sure more people come out, we would need an incentive. And I think social media is a great thing that we should leverage when it comes to getting the word out and getting more people out to these events. I heard this event from my father, but if it was something that was on social media, I could have shared it on my social accounts, and like my followers will be able to see the event, and more people would share it to their friends and come as groups, and it would be like a bigger crowd. So we'll get like the message that we're like sharing here, and more people will hear about it.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Uh, my name is Alpha Kamara. Assalamu alaikum. I'm a freshman at Colgate University, and to kind of add on to my sister about like strengthening the community and like getting the word of mouth out. Adding on to that idea that was presented to us earlier, I think that kind of like centralizing a lot of that power or like a lot of those ideas is gonna help to strengthen the community. What I mean by that is like all the mosques have like a central board where like there's a group of people who like hold these mosques accountable to kind of like keep some of those movements and those positions, like maintain those jobs and that power. I think that'll like speed up progress as well as like strengthen the community. Which I think a byproduct of that would be like people would be more incentivized to actually practice Islam if the Muslim community was stronger, because it would mean more to be a Muslim, at least in this context. So I think that the first thing to do would be to like kind of like centralize that idea, which like find an accountability system is what I would say.
School, community, masjid, whatever.
Say something. Go. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Usman Cisse. I'm a sophomore at Boston College. And as of right now, what's it called? I just finished my third semester of school so far, but I feel like connecting to the Muslim community. Every time I come back to the city, come to this mosque. Every time I get the chance to come pray, see what has changed over time, and that's something that I realized that things change. Every time I go to college, I come back, I see different stuff, the new things that are going around in the city, and that's something I have to realize that things aren't going to stay the same as when I was like a year ago back when I was a freshman in college to now I'm a sophomore in college. And I realized that I have to change and adapt to the new stuff that's going on in society. But it doesn't mean like forgetting what I already know and what is connected to the religion. It's good to understand that people have different mindsets, different thoughts about the religion, but it's also good to connect back and talk about it so we can strengthen our bond with the religion and connect more. I'm on a club in school called Black Muslim Path. I'm on the e-board as a spiritual coordinator, and anytime I get the chance to come back here, either either this mosque here or the mosque on 120th Street, the Harlem Islamic Center, I get to talk to my ustads about new stuff that I need to know about, and I get the chance to go back to Boston College and relay that information to people in my school. And that's why I talk about understanding that it's good to understand change and adapt to new stuff. So I can spread the religion not only here when I'm in New York, but also back when I'm in Massachusetts and Boston College.
Barakallahu fikum.
Hi. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Mohammed Jada. I graduated from SUNY Cortland in 2023. I'm going back to school for physical therapy at Hunter College for 2028. One of the things I experienced in college was, I guess, the lack of support. While I was there, there was a really small Muslim community. But what helped was, at least for my teammates and my coaches and everything, was having a good support system, not being afraid to say, hey, I need to pray at this time. So you have the support needed. And the fact that they supported me a lot really helped me throughout the time. Also, friends that pushed me, even if they weren't Muslim, or even if they didn't want to join, despite my attempts to try to get them to come in. Just helping me, hey, do you need this before you break your fast, and stuff like that, et cetera, et cetera. Stuff like that helped throughout the time I was there. So even though there was a lack of community over there for Muslims, I was still able to get the help I needed to keep in touch with my religion throughout that time there.
Okay, thank you very much.
My name is Abdulaziz Traore. I'm currently I graduated with my associates at BMCC. I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's at City Tech in Brooklyn. Um, Most of my years in college, I took mostly online classes, so I wasn't really engaged too much in person and stuff like that. But I'm currently a part of the youth e-board at Harlem Islamic Center on 120th. So sometimes we facilitate a few activities there and there, helping during Ramadan, distributing food, just helping whenever there's an opportunity or chance. Um, when it comes down to like issues, I would say maybe between the youth and the older heads, OGs, I would say maybe it's just I would say it's like definitely a lack of understanding between the older heads and the youngins. But I also feel like it's also the approach in a sense like there's always a way to like get a point across without being aggressive or like attacking character or anything like that. So I feel like that's something that we all have to work on. Is just how we approach situations and stuff. If there's a lack of understanding, there's always a way to like approach it. There's a way to say it. There's a way to get each other to understand what the issue is. So that's what I got.
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, my name is Bubakar Toure, and I also study at Boston College. I'm a junior, and I think like events like this is like just so important for like the community. And I think like community is like the most important thing like we can have, especially as Muslim in America. And that just like reminds me of like how it is at school because me and Usman we also on the same club, the Black Muslim Path Club, and we started that club because like we needed a community and a space where like Muslims who look like us and who are Black can find like that space where they could talk about their issues and just like practice religion with people that look like them. And I think coming home and just seeing that community, it's like just a beautiful thing to see and something that we can bring back to school and we can help other people at our school like just feel that community that we feel here and just yeah that's all I gotta say.
All right, thank you very much.
Boston College guys. I actually have a friend who goes to Boston College. He goes to grad school. He went to undergrad in Boston College as well. He's telling me like we spoke on the phone the other day. He was telling me like the community, the Black community, like you guys are doing amazing. The Muslim community, you guys literally go pray all the time. Like every Friday prayers, you guys go on off campus to pray and stuff. So congratulations on that. But the next thing I was going to say is for any uncles or like aunties and stuff. So in terms of college, you guys didn't go to college, so it's hard to understand like our perspective. So for example, me, I went to college where 70% of the people are white. Like all those white kids since middle school, high school, like they learned the curriculum that we're learning in college already. Especially if you want to pursue STEM, it's not easy because I come in there, I fail one time, I can't take the class again for like 2 years later. They come, they fail, like there's always alternatives and stuff. So I just wanted to say like when we go to college and like we fail, for example, like don't just look at it like, oh, you guys are not doing nothing or you guys are a failure. No, like we're 2 steps behind. Like half of the people who go to college, like they've been exposed to all this stuff. Like they know. I'm not making excuses for us, but just be more understanding and stuff. And the last thing I wanted to say was, in terms of the program and stuff, you don't have to join the e-board, but you could definitely make an impact by just sharing like the posts online, the events and stuff, just showing up to events and making sure you're a part of the community and like you're being active in the community. Just because you're not part of the e-board, that doesn't mean you can't help out. You can't make an impact. You could definitely make an impact. Just show up and like be active and stuff.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo. Assalamu alaikum. How y'all doing? My name is Abubakar Diakite. I went to SUNY Plattsburgh Upstate. Graduated in 2018. I'm glad that y'all doing something like this in the mosque because around the time that I was going to college, we didn't have something like this. So thank you guys. And for the young gentlemen and the young ladies that's going to college, I'm happy that y'all here as well and expressing like how y'all feeling and what y'all doing for the community and, you know, just being part of this. I went to a PWI, so that's predominantly heavy white population of kids that went to Plattsburgh. But I'm glad that I went there because like I had a small community of Muslim brothers, like my brother right here, and some other brothers and sisters that went there, and we just held each other accountable. We also always prayed, especially during Ramadan. We will always come together, pray, make sure that we fast, and just always teaching each other something that somebody lacked in. So I'm happy that um, I got to share my experience with you guys, and I'm excited that Bilal is setting up, something with the e-board and the other mosques because I feel like we genuinely need that in this community. And I just spoke to him about that, and I'm excited to volunteer and help out as well.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammadu Torre. Today, I also went to SUNY Plattsburgh. I graduated in 2019. And I just want to go back off what the brother said right here about the program. We should really, really look into this program and actually try to institute this program just because I feel like what Boo was saying just now, we didn't have this growing up. So the youth, y'all having this opportunity now to sit there and learn from us and to sit there and just hear from our experience. Please take our experience and do better with it. At the end of the day, like we always saying, the youth is going to look up to us. So as like us, like our generation and our ages around that age, we need to do better as well, and we need to be able to sit there and be better examples for the youth as well. So by doing that, we should institute this program that he was saying. We should all come out. We should all sit there and try to support this institution because, like he was saying, the Jewish people do it, and look how well they're doing. As Muslims, if we sit there and we actually come together and we actually start doing this program, we will actually sit there in 10 years, actually start flourishing as well. So please, please take this program seriously. Please come out and volunteer. Please, please, and just listen to each other. All right? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I went to the University of Albany and I graduated in 2020. My advice for like the younger generation, because I'm getting a little older now, so like my advice would be like just to I guess like be yourself. Like don't try to like I guess like the older generation, the things that they like try to tell us, like they telling us for a reason, but like when you growing up and you grow up in like New York City, it's hard to like kind of comprehend what they saying because they don't really understand like the things that go on in New York City for like younger generations, kids like us. So like my advice would be just to like be yourself and like if you're yourself, then people will gravitate towards that. Like for me, I went to school at UA. Like my junior year of college, Ramadan was during the time of when I was in school, and like I have a lot of like non-Muslim friends and things like that. But because I was Muslim and they respected the fact that I was Muslim, they would fast with me and they would wait till like the time it was time to eat, and then we would all eat together. So it was like they experienced Ramadan with me, and even if they didn't like, I guess revert to Islam, they got a sense of like what it's like to be a Muslim for that time being. So yeah, that's my advice for you.
What's your name again?
Lamin Jakite.
Lamin Jakite. Thank you very much.
Everyone. My name is Lasne Ture. So what I wanted to talk about is mental health, depression, and how that correlates to somebody leaving Islam. So usually a lot of these young children have a lot on their plate, and the parents don't seem to understand that what they do normally is like go to school, figure out, and get a good job. And when that don't happen, they tend to like lose faith in their kid, disrespect them, all kind of stuff. And what ultimately happens is that depression kicks in, and what happens that'll bleed over to their faith, because if you lose faith in your child, they're going to lose faith in their religion. It's all go hand in hand. So I definitely think the adults needs to come together and talk about mental health and how y'all talk to your kids when things are not working out, because a lot of times y'all just dismiss them, curse them out, and then expect them to like go out and pray. It just doesn't work that way, right? Because you got to understand what's happening to them mentally on a psychological level, and that's never talked about. So when a lot of these kids leave, they're on their own. They kind of want to get away from y'all because y'all always treat them like crap. So when they leave, they don't want to have nothing to do with y'all. Then you start to wonder when they come back, like why they changed so much. But the reality is that it started from the home. Both parents got to understand what's going on, sit down and talk to their kids. And if you can't, try to come to these events and hear other children's out. Maybe, their kids are going through a similar thing as yours. You're just not paying attention to it because in your mind, it's like it's all their fault. But it's a lot going on today, especially in 2024. Things are changing in this country rapidly. And a lot of time, parents just don't see that. But the kids do, but they don't have any outlet. So I'm just going to say this, parents, y'all got to be there. Listen to your kids. Sometimes things are just not as simple as, y'all try to make it out to be. All right.
So, my name is Mamadou Kante. I just think it's a blessing to see the growth that the masjid has. They have just like showed just like a lot of growth. So it's a blessing to see that. I think it's great that we're cultivating a community where the youth is encouraged to speak and speak about their experiences as a young Black Muslim man or woman growing up in this country. So I'm just glad you guys are providing the platform to allow these kids and young men and women to just like, speak their minds and just tell you guys what they're going through. So I'm glad you guys, provided this environment for us to do that. So I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Alama Sise. My dad isn't here today, but my uncle is, Mamrou Sise. And my dad told me about today's event. And not to sound like a broken record, but I agree with everybody. I agree with everything that everybody said. When everybody is talking about the youth, I consider myself the youth, as I still haven't graduated from high school yet. But I did get my acceptance back from Tufts University, and I will be attending fall of 2025. I just feel like I don't even know what to say. Like everybody, I had to learn personally to disassociate like your backgrounds, adults' backgrounds, and then you guys as people, because I do understand that you guys have advice to give and have things to tell us, but we also have to learn things for ourselves. And as a struggling Muslim myself, I do work to better myself every day, and I am trying to better myself every day. But I feel like approaches could be different, like the way adults, imams, teachers, they all approach students. Like if it was less aggressive and more like educational and listening, that would be better. So to go back to what the girl said earlier, hearing from kids your age who are also struggling but also trying to better themselves is a big way for kids like me to learn. Yeah.
Thank you.
Which one? This one. This one. Oh, this just call both.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Jabril. Converted to Islam in 2023 at the end of January last year. And all I can say is that just have faith in Allah. Don't lose faith. And don't lose hope. In this life, we're going to be tested a lot. You just got to believe in Allah. You got to be patient. And like, since I was a kid, I've never really had patience. I was always impatient. I had like anger issues. I was tempered. But like as I'm growing older, I just realized that some things is just not worth being angry over. And you just gotta have faith in Allah and just take a breathe and you gotta take a step back. And every day I try to read at least 10 ayahs out the Quran. And the Quran is opening my eyes. I look at life different. I see things different. I just try to have patience. I try to have faith in Allah no matter what's going on. No matter what's going on in my life, I try to have hope in Allah because I read the Quran and I see all these prophets were tested. And I look at it as like, if they were tested, who am I to not be tested? And they had patience. Like Ayub alayhi salam, he was sick for over I think maybe 10 years. He was sick for 18 years, and he never once gave up on Allah. So if you're in college or you're still in high school and you feel overwhelmed or you feel stressed, just run to the salat. Don't back away from salat because I remember one time I kind of like it was just like praying not doing nothing for me. Like I don't feel relief from praying, but I realized like, it's just a test from Allah. It's just a test from Allah. So next time you go into Sujood, just ask Allah to make you run to Salah. Every time you feel stressed, depressed, sad, ask Allah to make the Salah your number one sanctuary. Like run to Salah every time you feel anger, upset, stress, whatever. Just run to the Salah because everything is going to be fine. Just be patient, trust Allah, and don't just pray. You gotta have conversation with Allah. Like that's your best friend sitting next to you. You have to express yourself. He knows what's in your heart. He knows what you reveal and he knows what you conceal. So at the end of the day, just let it out. It's just you and him at the end of the day. So just have faith, have hope, and believe in Allah because He's the greatest.
Alaikum salam.
Yeah, I'm back again. And I wanted to say that, we talk about our youth and like the problems that's going on in our youth and how we're not really like unified within our religion with the youth. But I feel like we had to really dissect the problem. And we can do things like, for example, how a lot of people said that in college they had orgs that they joined. Like, for example, like the Black Institute at Boston College. So we can do things like that where we can provide donation for the youth so they're able to like do things during the summertime because I feel like most of the time many of our youth are just in the streets and they're not really doing much with their lives. However, if we're like promoting these type of events and things like that, hopefully they could come together and then like we can do things like plan dinners. We can plan like fun events and stuff like that for like different age groups and things like that. So yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mahdi Salam, the genius poet, the poet laureate of Lang City, New Jersey. And we was talking to the youth about college. I want to say to you and to the older men, it's all right to go to college because I'm online at Southern New Hampshire University. I'm out now on a medical leave. So keep getting the education. And to the youth, you keep getting your education. And it's an honor to be here as an African American. And it's heartbreaking to me that I try to come here every day. And I notice that it's not a lot of African Americans in New York and we in Harlem. So I'm blessed to be here with you brothers that's from Africa. And let me say this, I'm doing the Too Young to Die campaign myself. And if I was honored with Barack Obama in the state capitol in Harrisburg, if you go through this here, you can see this here, that I'm in the Constitution of the United States twice. So this is what I do. I'm doing the Too Young to Die campaign. And you can go on my website, ingeniousiam.com, and see everything I'm doing. I'm not going to take up no more of your time. I just want to thank you, and I want to apologize for being so excited and want to talk to you and to the men. I'm going to go now. Don't forget, have your prostate checked, because I'm also doing a prostate cancer campaign for the men. God bless you. Thank you. ingeniousiam.com, the Too Young to Die campaign, and stay in school. Assalamu alaikum. Barakallahu feekum. Hats.
Very soon again, we're gonna have some events like this, inshallah, in the New Year's coming. So make sure inform your friend, your brothers, those who never come here, how beautiful it was, and like make them to like it. You understand? And then next time, gonna be more people, and then it's gonna be more beneficial. So we took the numbers. Next time we will call you ahead of maybe 2 weeks before to let you know that we're gonna have a meeting like this, and then you're gonna come a lot because the more we come in, more we benefit it.
Yeah.
I know, Alhamdulillah. Last time we did this, it's like half of these people.
Yeah.
Today we have more people. Hopefully next time the masjid is gonna be very full. So after they finish pictures, I want the sisters take a group picture over there and yes, and know each other. It's very important. Also the brothers also can take a group pictures. It's very important. Also, I'm gonna add what he said: young to die.
Yeah, too young to die.
Too young to die. This is, it's very shame when it comes to our community, Muslim communities. Something I said earlier, I'm gonna say again. 20 years ago, the mayor and the police, they were so happy. They said Muslim come to the Harlem, Things is getting better. They are very serious. And 20 years later, they've been saying the most of Muslim kids go to the jail. They're killing each others. They have a gang group between this borough and this borough, which is not good. Like you say, 2 days say, you was here last time, and plus you guys, you guys have to help us to educate the little one. But that cannot happen until you have to become very better Muslim first, and also push them to come to the masjid.